a lot of times when people talk about modern art, they talk about like non-figurative art. And modern art is very specifically kind of starting in the late 1800s, there were a group of artists that made this break with tradition, and they liked, again, you have the idea of progress, you have the idea of wanting to paint your truth and art for art's sake, and is let us show the world using these novel painting methods, but that are often taking from a lot of primitive art form. On one side, you've got like this Fauvist lady with hat, and it's all about being authentic. And like I said, it's the idea of art with a capital A was elevated. And then following this kind of, breakup or this kind of disillusionment.
The two great wars?
Yeah.
Postmodern.
World War II, in particular, I think shook society up enough that people no longer felt this need to search for the kind of like, let us make true art. And instead, they, I mentioned reflexivity, but they also, just like how, I really like, this is a Barbara Kruger piece, and she used a lot of photograph and collage and text in her artwork. But I love this one because it's shattered. And it's all about like, you are not yourself. I was just like, this is perfect. But it's also not just irony and parody, but it's recycling. It's taking the old and remixing it and cutting it up and really questioning reality and being like, instead of saying true art, be like, what even is art? What's the point? Let's make it all into a mishmash and see what comes out.